In our world today, there are many things that can confuse us, to make us doubt our faith, to make us wonder what is the right thing that we need to do, what voices do we follow. This is from within the church and from the world around us. This is Mission Alive. You're with Roger from the MSC Mission Office. I had a call the other day from a friend of mine, a lady who is a very faithful Catholic, a very faithful Christian, and she talked about some of the confusions, things she hears from Rome, things she hears people say about the Pope, things she hears about the Catholic Church. And she's got her feet on the ground. She's very faithful to the Gospels, very faithful to the Eucharist, and she works to try and help people in many ways, in human ways. She's a naturopath. She helps people to live a healthier life, to relieve tension and pressure in their life, and to come to a place of calm and peace. However, there is all these confusions, and we must wonder, how do we keep faith? How do we keep on track? What do we believe? It is right, in the church we have many points of view and opinions, from the far left to the far right and everything in between. And people accuse the Pope of doing the wrong thing, of denying Jesus, of denying the church. Well, that is completely and absolutely wrong. Pope Francis, a very faithful man, a very faithful person, a very faithful priest and Pope. He had a conversion early in his life when he was bishop, and he went into the barrios in South America and worked with people in those slum conditions, and there he saw the value of all people, and he saw the value of working for the poor and trying to relieve that, and he's lived that all his life. When he was Archbishop of Buenos Aires and Cardinal, he lived out in the suburbs in a little flat on his own, cooked for himself, looked after himself, and travelled every day by train into town to do his work. A simple man. He and Pope Benedict before him emphasised the need for renewal in the church, to make the church new again, to make the church more relevant to the world in which we live. And they said renewal of our own faith, and principally our faith in the person of Jesus Christ. And this is what it's all about. And this is what Francis is trying to do, is to bring us back to a greater, basic, firm faith in the person of Jesus and what Jesus taught us. And that comes down to love of everyone, respect for people, honouring people in whoever they are. And Pope Francis is following the tradition of John Paul II of having dialogue with all religious leaders from around the world. This is not undermining our faith. This is emphasising our faith, because in a proper dialogue you come from the strength of your own faith and your own position, and you listen to others. You listen and respect others. And this is what Pope Francis is trying to do with all church leaders, all leaders of religious faiths around the world, because we all have some part of the truth. We all have some way of going to God, of going to something higher. And to dialogue with people is not to lessen what we believe. It's to affirm what we believe. Because we can dialogue with people because we are firm in our faith. And this is important. So as we go forward in this confusing world, with many voices, many opinions, many ideas, and many things, and we know more now because of the media, because of this medium that I am using now, television, news, radio. We know much, much more about many things, and we hear many opinions and many voices, and this can confuse us. Faith in Jesus Christ and what he teaches is what we need. And from there, we live it out, not just to believe it in our heads or in our hearts, but to live it out in action every day. Love of others, respect for others, respect for the dignity, freedom of others, and to bring about peace and justice. This is our mission in life. Thank you.